Welcome, boys and girls, to another edition of Faith Friday. And actually, this is our last edition of Faith Friday before we take a summer break. So I thank you for inviting me into your classrooms or into your home where I could just share faith with you. And today, I want to do one of the great classics. Some of you have heard me tell this story before, but it is a fantastic classic story called The Story of Chicken Little. One day, Chicken Little is out there in the barnyard, and there he is kind of pecking at the ground for food, and an acorn falls on his head. And Chicken Little looks up, and he says, "The sky is falling, the sky is falling." And he runs, and he looks for Henny Penny, and he says, "Henny Penny, Henny Penny, the sky is falling, the sky is falling." And Henny Penny looks up and says, "The sky looks fine to me, Chicken Little. How do you know it's falling?" And Chicken Little says, "Because a piece of it just fell on my head, and we have to go try to find Big Brother to tell him." So Henny Penny follows Chicken Little in search of Big Brother, and they come upon Ducky Lucky. "Ducky Lucky, Ducky Lucky, the sky is falling, the sky is falling." And Ducky Lucky looks and says, "Oh, it doesn't look like it's falling to me. How do you know that?" And Chicken Little says, "Because a piece of it fell on my head, and we have to go in search of Big Brother." And so Ducky Lucky follows Henny Penny and Chicken Little in search of Big Brother, and they come upon Goosey Lucy. "Goosey Lucy, Goosey Lucy, the sky is falling, the sky is falling." And Goosey Lucy looks and says, "Well, how do you know the sky is falling?" And Chicken Little says, "Because a piece of it fell on my head, and we have to go and find Big Brother and tell him." So Goosey Lucy follows Ducky Lucky and Henny Penny in search of Big Brother, and they come upon Turkey Lurkey. "Turkey Lurkey, Turkey Lurkey, the sky is falling, the sky is falling." And Turkey Lurkey looks up and says, "Well, the sky looks pretty fine to me. How do you know it's falling?" And Chicken Little says, "Because a piece of it fell on my head, and we have to go and find Big Brother." And so Turkey Lurkey follows Goosey Lucy and Ducky Lucky and Henny Penny and Chicken Little to search of Big Brother, and they come upon Foxy Loxy. "Foxy Loxy, Foxy Loxy, the sky is falling, the sky is falling." And Foxy Loxy looks very shy and says, sly and says, "That looks like it could be big trouble. Well, we have to go and find Big Brother and tell him." And Foxy Loxy says, "I know where we can find Big Brother. Come and follow me." And so Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, Ducky Lucky, and Henny Penny and Chicken Little follow Foxy Loxy into his den. And they were never heard from again. And the last words that came from Foxy Loxy's mouth were these: "Silly birds, don't you know that Big Brother would never let the sky fall on you?" A silly story. But do you know that your Big Brother, Jesus, will not allow the sky to fall on you? So many times we become upset by all kinds of things that are going on in our world, in our families, in our home, in our school. And we feel the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And we get everybody else around us all agitated and excited. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Meanwhile, God is in charge. He's in control. This coming Sunday, we're going to hear a story of disciples of Jesus, or with Jesus in the boat. And the boat is going through all kinds of turbulent weather, and water is shipping into the boat. And Jesus is in the back of the boat asleep. And the disciples wake up Jesus and says, "Jesus, Jesus, don't you care that we're about to perish? We're going to drown." Jesus just stretches out his hands and calms the sea, and everything is restored again. How Jesus wants to stretch out his arms to you and tell you, assure you, everything will be okay. So as you enter into the summer season, as you enter into this time of being away from school, always remember you're never away from God, and you're never away from Jesus, your Big Brother, who's always watching over you. Have a blessed summer, boys and girls, and our next edition of Faith Friday, see you in September.